Did you ever wonder how Starscream's head was in good condition? Let's theorize. Welcome to Trans Series, a show where we talk about everything Transformers. I'm your host Jason, and before we get down to this theory, this video is brought to you by Green Race Car. And if you have a theory you want me to cover, please give me a comment down below so I can put your comment on screen for everyone to see. And the long haul and onside video is getting held back until I get an answer from sibling reviews, so stay tuned for that video. Now let's get down to this theory. So today we're going to be talking about how Starscream's head was in perfect condition in Transformers The Last Night. Here's a bit of a recap. Q gave the human soldiers
boomsticks. Armed in 30 seconds. Grapple gloves for climbing.
Now later in the film, Starscream finds a group of humans and launches an attack, which splits Carly and Sam from the soldiers. And later, Starscream finds Sam and questions him if he's working for the Decepticons. Sam knows that he's in danger, so he launches the grappler glove, hitting Starscream's right eye, which makes Starscream panic. But the thing is, he still has his other eye, so he could have just retreated and saved himself, but we all know the coward Starscream is. During Starscream's panic, he launches Sam into a building, and Sam activates the boomstick, jumps out of the window, and stabs Starscream in his left eye, making Starscream blind and panic more. And Sam and Lennox escape in a nick of time before the bomb blows Starscream's brains out, literally. Now in this scene alone, I counted over 15 parts that came out of Starscream's head, and we see Starscream's head in The Last Night complete, no damage at all, and his spinal cord is still connected. It's like he had the same death as Meg's when he got his head ripped out with his spinal cord.
Time to find out.
That Starscream did not die like this, and I highly disagree with these theories that there's an alternate timeline. I just hate the fact that people come up with that, because for me personally, I don't like alternate timelines at all. I despise them, and for like a continuity of life from Transformers, I hope they do not do this at all, because I just don't like it, and it won't add up with other things in the movies. But how is this possible that his head is all in one piece? I originally thought that Day Trader fixed it like anybody else would expect, but remember where he found the head at?
Look what I found in Buffalo. Starscream's head, ladies and gentlemen.
In Buffalo, Starscream died in Chicago, and Buffalo's in New York. So here are 4 possible answers to how his head wound up in Buffalo. 1. KSI took it. Now I'm going to rule this one out because they want to melt down Transformers for that sweet
Transformium.
So I don't think they would keep Starscream's head in one piece, and I think they would surely melt down his body. And plus, their facility is in Hong Kong, not in America. Number 2, Cemetery Wind. Now, the issue with this one is these guys just kill the Transformers and ship them off the KSI. So even if they were responsible for rebuilding his head, they would just ship it off to KSI, and KSI would most likely melt the head down for transforming. Number 3.
The TRF.
Now, the TRF was formed after what happened in Hong Kong, and they killed and sometimes captured Transformers like we saw with Megatron's Suicide Cons. But they formed after Age of Extinction, and KSI and Cemetery Wind were formed after Dark of the Moon, so it would not have been the TRF that fixed Starscream's head. And last but not least, number 4, a skilled human. Now hear me out. In the last video I talked about how B got his new power, and stated that Cade and Izzy knew how to fix Transformers, and Cade was the one who gave Boneby his power. And if a child could do it, how hard would it be for another person to fix a Transformer? So this makes me conclude that someone living in Chicago found the body of Starscream, and with some very, very smart engineering skills, put the head back together onto the body, like he was trying to rebuild Starscream. And then he or she realized that they could not bring the whole body with them, so the person unscrewed the head from the body, and because the blast that blasted off Starscream's head must have loosened the spinal cord, so it could have been pulled off clean when someone wanted to. And because Chicago is in ruins, I would believe the human would want to immigrate to Buffalo, and also because we see energon detectors everywhere nowadays in these cities, they would not be triggered because 1, Starscream's head was blown off, which means I don't believe there's any energon still left in that head, and 2, because the robot is already dead. Now, which leads me to believe that Day Trader may have negotiated with this human to get the head for a trade, and most likely traded the human a blaster or some other Cybertronian tech, like he did to Jimmy when he wanted to get into the junkyard.
What did he give you to get past the gate? Nothing.
Hey, Kate, you gave him this.
I've never seen that before in my life.
Come on, say it. You wanted the alien blaster. You said a big gun makes a big man.
Hey, you know...
Now remember a little thing in G1 called Starscream's ghost? Well, maybe Starscream's ghost was haunting the human for not leaving him in peace. And when Daytrader came to pick up the head, the human was more than happy to get rid of it. And with this ghost, I think Starscream is going to come back, because why would you even add this into the movie if he's not going to be coming back? And because he is such a popular character, people want to see him back. Well, that's all for this theory. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trans Theories. If you have a theory you want me to cover, please leave a comment down below and I'll do a review on it as soon as possible. If you have a disagreement with my theory or something that I missed out on, don't forget to comment that too. This has been Trans Theories, signing off.
When you're caught within the grip of the evil Megatron, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise.